Hotel brothers and sisters, Black Power is always giving honor to the Creator, giving honor to the ancestors. Chief of Staff, Brother Harris Abdul, my sister, my sister-in-law, my father, my in-laws, my subscribers, viewers, donors, supporters, family members, and all of those that are fighting for the liberation and salvation of our black nation. Today I want to discuss once again, another tragedy, another one of our black gods life has been snuffed out. And I don't know how sick and tired of this shit that continues to go on day after day. The slaughter of our babies. I don't know how sick of it you are, but I have just reached my saturation point. So far, 50, 60 brothers ago. And it is time to take the more drastic steps. We need to stop analyzing shit, first of all, and look at the whole picture. Look at the end result of this shit. Now, 20-year-old, this brother here, 20-year-old Brandon Weber, shot and murdered. Excuse me. Shot and murdered in Memphis by U.S. Marshals and Memphis police. Murdered. Shot 16 to 20 times. Now, the whole thing surrounding this is the story that has been made up thus far. That Brandon had a certain amount of felony warrants. U.S. Marshals and Memphis police saw him at 4 p.m. making a so-called video about if they would have to kill him and chase him and all of this shit. They move in on this brother, on this kid, at 7 o'clock. Now, 3 hours later, they've been watching him for 3 hours. Why didn't you execute the so-called warrants at 4 p.m. when you saw him on site? That's what you usually do. So apparently, when they pulls up on him, he rams his car into a supposedly unmarked car, but it was really unmarked. U.S. Marshals don't ride in marked cars. And gets out and run with the rifle. And Memphis police and the U.S. Marshals shot him between 16 and 20 times while supposedly running in the opposite direction with a rifle. Now this boy was a father of 3 with one on the way. While he was being murdered, his 4th child was being brought to the earth. While he was being murdered, his wife was in labor, giving birth to their 4th child. He was going back to school, high school graduate, going to Memphis State University. He was just waiting. Now, he's no angel. Of course not. No one is. I believe he sold a little weed based on what people in the area, neighborhood was saying. He sold a little weed, but that's nothing. That's not shit. And let's get to the bottom of this shit. You know, if he even pointed a weapon at them, 16 to 20 shots, that is straight overkill. That's overkill to the overkill. They rioted down in Memphis, which I don't blame them. The riots took place, and our youths are sick of this shit too, because a lot of the adults are not doing shit. Most of you adults that are in your 40s and 50s, you're not doing nothing, running your mouth, criticizing. Now you're going to criticize the youth for acting on their rage and their pain, which makes no motherfucking sense at all. This is why I'm past reaching my saturation point, because our youth are looking for a leader, someone who is not afraid, someone who hasn't been bought out, someone that is not looking to be bought by these goddamn crackers, by these devils. Because see, a lot of you claim to be activists until someone offers you some money. Then you become a half-tivist, a cracktivist. And our young are sick of this. Our young men and women are tired of the bullshit. These 4 babies have to grow up without a father, based on the fact that these motherfucking crackers, who all they do is train themselves to kill us. This is all they do. Everybody, and let me tell you, when these motherfuckers are killing us, everybody wants to shoot and put at least one of their bullets in a nigga. You know, and motherfuckers are celebrated who murder black men. Black men and women. They are celebrated. They are given administrative leave with pay. This means, don't worry about it. Go home, take the kids to Disney World while we bury our youth. This motherfucker is in Disney World with his goddamn little ice babies, his ice monkeys, in Disney World having the time of their lives. And once again, in the hood, we are once again saddened, brought down, deflated. Our warrior spirit is deflated once again by these goddamn terrorists. These motherfucking terrorists that y'all call the police. And niggas like David Clark and all you motherfuckers, Ray Hagans, all you motherfucking pieces of shit ass niggas who side with the police and say that every motherfucking time that they pull a trigger, they are in the right. See, I know no other way to explain and break this shit down but how I'm doing it now. Shout out to William Ivory. Shout out to William Ivory. Shout out to William Ivory. Hotep and Black Power to William Ivory. And anyone in Memphis that witnessed this massacre on this young baby, please contact me. please contact me. Get with Brother William Ivory and contact me. So the street law soldiers can act on this situation. Because what's going to happen is going to be a large cover. Because it is a 99% possibility that this young baby, this young boy, was the wrong suspect that they were looking for. But they're going to do their best to cover it up and make sure that no one has to be accountable for murdering this boy. You know, the brother was also aspiring to be a rapper as well. Also aspiring to be a rapper. Was multi-talented, straight A student. Straight A student. And once again, another mother is mourning. Another mother is hurt. Even the pastor was even tear-gassed. Let me see something. Now, what I wanted to show you was, but my picture's not clear today, that they pepper sprayed even the pastor. See, these motherfuckers wait and pray that shit like this happen, where they can have their plastic shields, throw the tear gas, bust blacks, our brothers and sisters' heads open, split their heads open with these sticks, pepper spray them, stomp them, beat them, possibly shoot them in the streets down like dogs like they always have. And they know that nothing is going to happen. Now, who are they going to send out? What black leader will they send out? Will they send out? Sharpton, Benjamin Crump, Jamal Bryant, these same motherfucking niggas. Jesse, then they may send one of these cocksucking motherfucking rappers that have sold out long time ago. Ice Cube or Kanye or some Drake or some old fuck nigga, Lil Wayne or something, or try to even do a concert to extinguish the revolutionary and the warrior spirit in our young. And see, what you people don't understand, a lot of you don't understand, because you're looking to hear from somebody like you hear on the news, on the blues, on the news. You want somebody to be so highly articulate and not use profanity and try to formalize a fucking tragedy. Well, I'm not the one. I'm for straight goddamn armed revolt. Win, lose, or draw. You niggas fight and kill each other all goddamn day. All goddamn day. You older people sit around and talk about each other and slander each other all goddamn day. You get high all goddamn day. But when it comes to the real motherfucking beast coming to town, blowing us away like it ain't shit. What do you think? Let me ask you something. What do you think these motherfuckers are doing in the locker room today before they go out on their 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock shift? they are telling the marshals and their fellow officers good goddamn job. And when have you ever seen protesters pictures come on the news as being arrested? 3 brothers, they put their pictures up on the news as protesters being arrested like they were wanted men. Crackers do it all the time, and they won't say outbreak or riot. They'll say a minor disturbance took place. One person was injured, 12, 13, 14 were arrested but released. Because the cracker's doing all he can to stack his goddamn debt. And once again, if there is anyone out there who witnessed this situation, and you don't want to be on the spotlight, you don't want to be known, you want to remain anonymous, contact me. Contact the street law soldiers in Washington, D.C. Your name will not be revealed. Nothing will be revealed about you. And you will be protected. You don't have to worry about that. But we need to put an end to this shit. We need to put an end to this shit. We need to not go for the policemen these motherfuckers being arrested and fired and all this shit. We need to go send these motherfuckers to the penitentiary. Send them to the penitentiary. Stop taking the wrongful death lawsuit money. Because wrongful death lawsuit means, yeah, we are wrong, but we're going to pay y'all. And if you take granted, if we give you this money, you will not pursue any more legal action. Meaning, these crackers go free and you take your little change. Selling your family members out. And then 4 or 5 years from now, you're going to wish you hadn't have done that. Let me show you what one of these motherfucking devils said. This is how I'm showing y'all how these motherfuckers work. This motherfucker sent a text to, I believe, the LA show or to Brother William Ivory. I'm not sure. This motherfucker goes by the name of You're a Faggot. He says the black community riots after a murderer is killed by police. And you wonder why police are afraid of you animals. Keep acting like barbarians, keep getting shot. You see, this is how these motherfuckers think. And you all don't think that they think like that because when you see them, walking in passing or in the store, they smile, speak. See, that's the trick that they use on black people. How are you? Good morning. Okay, sure. Go ahead, man. You can get in front of me. No problem, dude. Yeah, the weather's really tough out there, man. And then they'll try to side with you just to see how much rage you got in you. Because they really are scared to death. Man, that was terrible what they did to the guy, man. It's a fucking shame, man. Those goddamn cops need to be locked the fuck up, man. No bullshit, man. This fucking man, these motherfuckers, man. But for real, inside this goddamn, see, that's how the devil, that's how the beast talks. They can switch up. I remember going to the Salvation Army to talk to the brothers at a Narcotics Anonymous meeting. It was an open forum, and I was asked to come there and speak. And the majors run these motherfucking work camps. That's all they are, work camps. There's no real rehabilitation in those places whatsoever. But this cracker said that he will get on the roof and snipe you with a rifle, with a scope, and go and eat a hamburger at McDonald's. This is what this cracker said. I heard it with my own mouth. I've been called niggas. I've been in prison, had my legs broke by white redneck Aryan motherfucking police officers, correctional officers. So I know how these motherfuckers think. And so, because the correctional officer is nothing but a motherfucking cop reject, someone who couldn't make the force. And so what he does, he acts out his motherfucking police mentality and his racist mentality on black inmates. But nevertheless, Brandon Weber, 20 years old, father of 4, going to college, and once again, no one is an angel. 20 years old with 4 children. And to sell a little weed to make sure that his babies don't starve while he goes to school and gets his degree, or if he get his big break, because he's an aspiring rapper as well. And from what I was told, he's pretty good. But see, all of that talent, that powerful young brother, only 20 years old, is laying on a metal slab in the morgue behind the fact of racism, white motherfucking supremacy. You can say what you want. You can say what you want. You can think what you want. We're not going to beat this motherfucker with no books. We're not going to beat them in no courtroom. We're not going to beat them at no forum. Because what happens, and let me just share this. If Malcolm X was the leader of the Nation of Islam, the Old Testament Malcolm, and this was during his prime, this shit was happening during his prime, NOI would be all in the streets marching. This shit would have never went past one brother. Khalid Muhammad. If he was still running the new Black Panther Party along with Tupac, Monster Cody, and others, the streets would be flooded with straight up reformed, clean brothers and sisters ready to throw down. And the cracker doesn't want that. And once again, like you niggas always talk about this military, well, he got the army. Now, it's just as many of us in that military. And Latinos. Because see, they still cripping and all that shit in the military. Because sitting down, praying, hoping and praying that things will change, that the devil will say, these devils will say, oh, I'm sorry for what we've done and all this bullshit. Let's stop this killing. It will never stop. The only way it will stop is that you stop it. You have to stop it. This shit will continue. And you niggas have to stop being so motherfucking scared when it comes to this goddamn cracker. That same goddamn rage and anger and that motherfucking swag that you use when you going to kill your brother. You need to use that when you go on dealing with these goddamn demons. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm telling you. Even in social media, everybody wants to talk all formal and play like they in some goddamn white Eurocentric newsroom. Instead of speaking the truth. Expressing your motherfucking rage and anger. You know, everybody wants to talk and formalize shit. Because they don't want the motherfucking cracker to look at them in a different light. The fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck how they look at me. You niggas need to stop bullshitting and let's get down. That's the shit that kills me. You real go hard motherfuckers. Walking with your pants and shit down. No shirts and shit on. Sitting on your grandmother's or your mother's porch. Or your baby's mama porch. With hammers and tools every motherfucking way. All over the yard. Waiting for somebody that look like you to come through. Some of y'all are worse than the police. Some of you niggas are worse than the police with this killing black people shit. It's time to lay the cards on the table. It's time to get busy. And you black leaders, stay the fuck out of Memphis. Stay out of Frazier. If you're not going to organize and go to these motherfuckers and demand that these motherfuckers pull these cuffs out and start cuffing goddamn cops, stay the fuck away from Memphis. Stay out of Frazier. Don't nobody want to hear these speeches no motherfucking more. Don't nobody want to hear this shit no more. Don't nobody want to keep walking up and down the street wearing their fucking shoes out with their hands in the air, hollering no justice, no peace. People are sick of that shit. How much more are you going to continue to keep doing that bullshit? Because the more you do that, the more they kill. We're not going to get nowhere until we get some motherfucking way. You know, all this bullshit, you know, no one, everybody, you know, waiting to see what Farrakhan going to say. You know what he's going to say. He's going to make a speech in the mosque, Miriam, gather everybody together and then send them home. And then talk about linking up with the devil. NAACP going to go under a rock or in a rat hole and hide. They've always been weak. They're too scared to change their name. They still calling themselves colored. National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. None of these organizations. You might have Guerrilla Mainframe, the New Revolutionary Black Panther Party, Street Law Soldiers, Ceasefire, 300 Gangsters, you know, organizations and movements like that don't get any type of support, no media attention, no motherfucking economic support. except for the handful of brothers and sisters who are willing to fight and willing to support this show how much love they have for their people by doing their best to help. But most of you niggas want to be a scholar and want to be looked at as some great motherfucker down the line and the great line of history, instead of dealing with what's happening now. Dealing with what's going on now. Keep letting these babies just get murdered 16 to 20 times. For a 20-year-old boy. How can you justify that? How can you justify that? 16 to 20 shots with nines and whatever other weapons. This boy's body was literally on fire, cooking from the inside out. And you not angry, you not mad, you don't feel shit? Brothers and sisters, I'm going to get back with you all on my next video. Leave your comments in the comment box. Please help us so we can provide us with financial support so the street law soldiers can travel to Memphis and be covered for food and lodging, so we can try to deal with these situations, so we can link arms and not just be talking. Once again, shout out to William Ivory and the sister, the LA show. Contact me if you have the time. I would appreciate it. Hotep, Black Power.